Captain Sobel?
Major Winters?
Captain Sobel. We salute the rank, not the man.
There are 5 misconceptions about Army leaders that's depicted in Hollywood and movies. And we're going to talk about that in this video. See if that's you, or see if it's only a facade. As we go on these 5 misconceptions, true leadership actually reveals itself. And you decide what kind of leader you want to be, or you can kind of think for a moment, are those Army leaders the ones that you want to emulate? One of the biggest stereotype that you'll see and you'll hear about Army leaders is that all they do is bark orders and tell you what to do. But you know what? The fact is that Army leaders are much, much more than that. They provide so much value. Army leaders actually focus on the climate of the unit. They have to build a team to do that. They have to support their soldiers and their families. And they have to create an environment where everybody can perform at their best. So basically optimizing performance through an environment fostered by the command. It's really not about who can scream the loudest. It's about who can inspire and motivate soldiers. Because guess what? Leaders work with soldiers 100% of the times. Without your soldiers, without these soldiers, there's no need for leadership. Second one is that it's actually depicted very well on the movie We Were Soldiers about that Sergeant Major who's always grumpy. Another misconception is that Army leaders are unapproachable.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day
And
it
that
is?
they're serious all the time. Well, it's important that you as a leader are approachable, because how are you going to be able to identify problems within your unit if your soldiers don't even want to talk to you? You can't fix something you don't know about. And the best way to do that is have your soldiers actually talk to you. Playing this facade that you're unapproachable is not going to solve the problem. You're just tooting your own horn. This ego in your head. Here's another one. Army leaders don't have empathy. Man, we talk about this in doctrine all the time about empathy.
Most of the men would never do this, but I believe just a few of the sergeants may have felt their loyalty lay more to the platoon than to the company.
And these few sergeants convinced all of the other NCOs in your company to turn in their stripes?
As staff sergeants, they have a great amount of influence, sir, but as I say, the rest are good men. I know them. I can work with them.
The fact is that as you grow up in ranks, you spend 90% of your time helping soldiers, dealing with soldier issues. I'm not talking about disciplinary issues. We're talking about family issues, financial issues that you can actually impact and help the soldier solve. That's it.
Hard or hardly working?
Hardly working.
Like always.
So empathy really is the core of your job to do it effectively. Because a soldier, when they're distracted with stuff going on at home, they're not going to be able to perform. So you eliminate those distractions as leaders. And that right there is empathy. Here's a good one. Army leaders is all about rank. Some, yes, they let the rank get up in their head. It's just the name of the game. But for the most part, it's not about rank. It's about trust and confidence that your soldiers have towards their senior leaders, towards leaders in general. You rally them back together and let's move on and continue our mission. If you have to tell your subordinates that you're the first sergeant, you're the sergeant, you're the leader, there's a problem already in your leadership. They know who you are. You are that centerpiece. When everything is tough, they look towards you. They look at you and what you do. And be careful on how you act, because they're going to emulate you one day, whether they like it or not. It just happens. Have you ever heard of the term product of the environment?
Try to get your hours in every day. PT ain't free. Oh, no, is PT free?
It is free. Yeah. What's the other one? Rent's due every day?
Here's a news flash. I'm gonna tell you something you already know. Just because you have that rank doesn't mean that they will follow you. They'll have to do what you tell them because UCMJ dictates that they have to. But are they willing to follow you in a deeper sense? You don't have to answer that question because you already know. Respect is something that you have to earn. Here's the last one. There's a misconception out there that all Army leaders are aggressive. They're mean. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to be aggressive. There's a time to be mean.
Hey, CSM, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm cleaning the bell for tomorrow so when we ring it.
What happens tomorrow?
When we make mission.
But there's also a time to crack a joke when everything is so serious. To smile.
Good afternoon, family and friends. I'm Captain Damon Pierce. Step away. Start this.
Because remember, you are that centerpiece that rallies everybody together where times are tough. Your job is powerful. Never underestimate it. Never brush it off. Those are the 5 misconceptions about Army leaders. Just remember, Army leaders are not just being mean, or they're not just barking orders, and they're not approachable. Those are depicted in the movies. Do they exist in the Army? Sure, maybe a handful. But for the most part, Army leaders inspire, motivate, coach, teach, and mentor.
Just remember, not everyone in America can be a soldier, and that's okay. And not everyone in America wants to be a soldier, and that's okay too. But each and every one of you, you chose to be soldiers. So thank you, and God bless you, each and every one of you. Because today is a great day to be a soldier in the United States Army, Army Strong.
And produce the next generation of Army leaders. I'm really hoping I'm right on this one. Let me know in the comments. But that's it. Stay new so you learn a lot more. This is the High Speed FNG. I'll catch you in the next video.